Hey guys, it's Khosi here again. I just like to say thank you for all the comments that you've been giving from my last video. It's much appreciated. I think that the real issue here is not so much South Africa, but rather people's different perspectives that we have on life. Things like character, ambition, goals, objectives, our missions for life, our destiny, dreams, talent. Let's look at that for a second. Why is it that ordinary people always, when I tell them, hey, why didn't you become what you wanted to become? They'll always tell me I didn't have enough talent. What is it with that story of I didn't have enough talent? I don't believe in that story of you need talent to be like a Cristiano Ronaldo. You need talent to turn out like a Bill Gates. You need talent to be like a Branson or a businessman. Everything here, they want to need talent. Talent is only an excuse that ordinary people use to justify the life that they're living currently right now. Because talent is just a part of the big picture, a process which is monumental. Talent is only a little part of it. Tiger Woods wasn't just born the greatest golfer in the world. He made a decision. He said, you know what? No matter what happens in my life, I want to see myself playing golf. That's what I want to do. And now what is that going to take? The next step is he took action to make sure that he reached that goal. He practiced forever, ever since he can remember. People like Bill Gates didn't just wind up geniuses and on top of the world. No. They took a decision to say, you know what, I love computers. I want to be the best computer freak that there is out there. And that's just all it is. And now people take shortcuts and easy routes and they end up with jobs when they were supposed to actually be businessmen. They end up not doing what they want to be doing. They end up with that. And then when you ask them why, they'll always say, nah, I didn't have the talent to do that. No, nonsense. You just didn't commit. Life just tests us, you see. Life just tests how committed you are to a specific goal. That's all life does. Do you think there was a time when Cristiano Ronaldo doubted in his mind for a second that he was going to be a soccer player? He might have doubted it for a second, but he never ever said, you know what, I'm not going to play soccer and I quit, I give up. No, that's not how it works. All the great people in the world, they will all tell you, you know what, there was sacrifice, but there was never a doubt at the back of my mind that I'm not going to make it. I don't care where you come from. I don't care whether you've got problems. I don't care whether you've got one eye and you can't see. I don't care whether you've got disability. I don't care whether that you are below the poverty line. You didn't go to school. There's many examples out there of people that took ordinary lives. Some actually took disadvantaged lives and turned them into the greatest lives that you and I look on and say, wow, how did he do that? You are actually at an advantage. You are actually at an advantage because you've got skills. You've got people around you. You inside yourself have the ability. You are enough. That's all you need to make a difference in your life. And it just makes me so upset and so sad that the greatest people in the world we're never going to get to see because they just don't believe. They've got excuses. Because when I ask them, if I ask you right now why your life is the way it is, I don't care what story or answer you're going to give me. No matter how perfect it might be, it's still an excuse. It's still an excuse. You had a plan for your perfect life, but you just chose to let it go. And you see, that is where the mistake is. That's where the different perspectives of lives that I'm talking about are. Because there's those that don't give up, even though it doesn't make sense. They're going for things that when people, they look at them like, you are crazy. You're never going to do that. A friend of mine, he dropped out of high school. And for like 2 years, he was just sitting at home. Well, we thought he was just sitting at home. No. He was reading books. He was studying. He was making himself wise. And everybody looked at him like, shame on that guy. He's going nowhere. Today, that very same guy is 20 years old. He's got his own company. He can afford to buy cars that I will only begin buying once I'm working sometime in the future when I'm probably 30 years old. And he's doing all of this because why? He chose a road that was less traveled. He said, you know what, society's moving to the left. I don't care what they say. I'm still going to go my way. And if my way doesn't make sense to them, it's okay. Because in the end, I'm going to be the one that's truly happy. In the end, I'm going to be the one that they're going to look on and say, wow, I should have made the same decision that he made. But why don't we make the same decisions? It's because we're scared. I look in your eyes, my eyes, everybody, society's eye, and I just see fear. Because what happens if we don't make it? What happens if we don't succeed? What happens if I let everything go and I go with my guts and I actually go for what I really, really want? What happens if I fail? See, that's the problem with people, that fear that they have behind the back of their head. But let me tell you something. You're not going to fail. There is no way, as long as you've made a decision, and as long as you said you will commit till the day you die, there is no such thing as an obstacle. There is no such thing such as an obstacle. It's a fate that will never, ever change or differ no matter what. That is a dream. You never let it go no matter what. When babies are born, they fist a clutch like this. And then when a man dies, or a woman, hands are wide open. Because you come in here crying, welcome, the world opens up to you. You come in here holding on to that dream, and crying and screaming, and yes, I've got it, this is my dream, this is where I'm going to go, this is what I'm going to do. Then we grow up, we reach middle, high school, and then all of a sudden we let it go. Because people start to say, you can't do that. There's no way. There's no this. There's no that. And before you know it, you at an office job you don't want. You doing things that you don't want. It's just part of society. You die. You don't know what you've done in the world. It's not worth it. See, because when you die, your palm is wide open. You're supposed to have left that gift that you came in with on earth. And say, you know what, I came, I conquered, I did the very best that I could, whether you like it or not. Nobody's going to stand and judge me. This was my life and I lived it my way. That's a big difference. Big difference. So go back to a time when you were young. Think about it. What is it that you really wanted out of life? Let's start there.